Dear students, welcome to our class on JRF, SRF, Net 2022, General Knowledge, Latest Information. First bit of today's class is the ICR has 113 research institutes, 74 agricultural universities, 4 deemed to be universities, 3 central agricultural universities, 731 KVKs spread across the country. This is the overall picture of ICR institutions in the country. Now, there is an acronym which you should know, NARES. NARES. What exactly does it mean? In the expand the following: National Agricultural Research and Education System. National Agricultural Research and Education System. ICR has one of the largest agriculture research human resource capitals in the world. I repeat, this bit is likely to come. ICR has one of the largest agricultural research human resource capitals in the world with 30,000 scientists and over 1 lakh technical and supporting staff. This much network of scientists, supporting staff is nowhere it is seen in the world. ICR has a distinction in this particular aspect. Another important bit is the transformation of India from food scarce to food surplus nation. How it had transformed. There are altogether 5 phases. Again, I would like to repeat for your academic interest that transformation of India from food scarce to food surplus nation up to 2000 up to 1950, just 3 years after the independence. From there, if we start up to 1950, India is food scarce country. Food scarce up to 1950. From 1950 to 1970, food shortage country. From 1970 to 2000, food sufficient country. From 2000 to 2010, food secured country. From 2010 onwards, India is food surplus country. So this is the achievement for your academic interest. Once again, I would like to share with you this information. Up to 1950, food scarce. 1950 to 1970, food shortage. 1970 to 2000, food sufficient. 2000 to 2010, food secured. 2010 onwards, food surplus. So these are the transformations of India from food scarce to food surplus nation. Now, see, there are certain revolutions. Through the revolutions, through the missions, through the programs, through the different schemes, India had marched from food shortage to food scarce, otherwise from food scarce to food surplus country. Now, here we try to understand 2 most important points each for every revolution. The first revolution is a green revolution. First revolution is green revolution. Like that, green revolution, yellow revolution, like that, 1 or 2 most important points taking into consideration the present status. I would like to share with you that green revolution between 1951 to 2021, food grain production increased 6-fold. Okay, once again for your academic interest, between 1951 and 2021, food grain production increased 6 times. So 6-fold, in other words. This was possible through Green Revolution. The Green Revolution, one of the greatest achievements of the 20th century, helped India triple food grain production in about 3 decades. If you take 3 decades of 1968 to 2000, 1968 to 2000. If you take this particular 3 decades, the country had witnessed triple food grain production through Green Revolution. Now, next one, Yellow Revolution. Yellow Revolution stands for oil seeds, oil, vegetable oils. Now, Yellow Revolution in oilseed crop helped India to achieve near self-sufficiency in edible oils during the early 1990s. By 1990s early itself, India had become a oil seeds self-sufficient country in the world. The intensified efforts in oilseed crops research resulted in a quantum jump in edible oils production from just 10.8 million tons in the year 1985-86 to 24.7. Imagine, from just 10.8 million tons to 24.7 million tons by 1998-99. From 1985-86 to 1998-99, India had jumped from 10.8 million tons to 24.7 million tons just in a decade period. Imagine this much growth. The overall productivity of oilseed crops increased from 570 to 926 kg per hectare, just 570 kg per hectare. Okay, where it had gone to 926 kg per hectare of oilseeds crops. They have increased from that figure to a very phenomenal growth, very positive growth. During the yellow revolution, over 200 varieties of different oilseed crops were released. Now, next one is the sugar revolution. First one is green revolution. Second one is yellow revolution. Third one is the sugar revolution. What is it? Just one important line. India has witnessed sugar revolution in the past 70 years. The sugarcane production increased from just 57.05 million tons in the year 1950-51 to 405. Imagine, 405.42 million tons by 2019-20. Just imagine, this bit may come in any form, whatever may be the multiple choice, or you can say correct part A, incorrect part B, like questions also there. There you get this particular bit. Once again, for your academic interest, I would like to share with you very proudly that India has witnessed sugar revolution in the year. In the past 70 years, if you take in the past 70 years after the independence, okay, what had happened? Sugarcane production increased from just 57 million tons to 405 million tons. Imagine how many folds of it. Now, gene revolution. Gene revolution. What is gene revolution? India has been the key player in reaping the harvest of the green revolution in early 2000s. In the early 2000s, India has reaped the harvest. In partnership of Indian private company Mahiko with the multinational private company Mahiko along with Monsanto, formalized the efforts from ICR and the Department of Biotechnology led to the release of first 3 genetically modified BT cotton based on transgenic technology in India. Based on transgenic technology in India, 3 BT cotton varieties were released in combination with Indian private company and a multinational agricultural company, Monsanto. Now here I would like to share with you one more important point. The cotton area got a boost from just 7.7 million hectares area in the year 2002 to 2003 to 13.4 million hectares, almost double, or 94% to be very precise. Once again, for your academic interest, I repeat it. The cotton area got a boost from 7.7 million hectares area in 2002-2003 to 13.4 million hectares area by 2020-21. That is last year. More than 94% share of BT cotton varieties. This bit may come in any form. Once again, for your academic interest, I would like to share with you, okay, that the cotton area got a boost from 7.7 million hectares area in 2002-2003 to 13.4 million hectares area by 2020-21 with more than 94% of share by BT cotton varieties. Now, pulse revolution. After green revolution, yellow revolution, sugarcane revolution, oil seeds revolution, then pulse revolution. It's very very interesting. Please note that India was not self-sufficient in pulse production at the time of independence, or when the census of the agricultural crops were first recorded in the year 1950-51. So India has witnessed the pulse revolution, assuring near self-sufficiency in the pulses in the late 2010 AD. In the late 2010 AD, India had reached near self-sufficiency in case of pulses. The indigenous production of total pulses registered impressive growth during the last 5 years, with the evidence that production jumped from 16.26 million tons in the year 2015-16 to 25.72 million tons in the year 2020-21. For your academic interest, I repeat once again, the indigenous production of total pulses, registered impressive growth during the last 5 years. What is that? With the evidence that production jumped from 16.26 million tons in the year 2015-16 to 25.72 million tons in the last year 2020-21. Okay, the increase in productivity from 786 kg per hectare in the year 2016-17 to 892 kg per hectare, okay, by 2020-21. For your academic interest, I repeat once again, because these are numerical values. The increase in productivity from 786 kg per hectare in the year 2016-17 to 892 kg per hectare by 2020-21. See, let us see the major achievements in various crops. If you take crop wise, the India's position has increased tremendously. Very 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 happy growth as far as productivity, area are concerned with reference to certain major crops. What are the major crops? Rice, wheat, maize, food grains, these are all the things. Red gram, chickpea, as far as pulses are concerned, oil seeds, groundnut, rapeseed and mustard. In all these things, India has achieved almost self-sufficiency as far as food grain production. Now we are surplus as far as food grains are concerned. So from there we start our journey. Okay, major achievements in various crops. First, rice crop. India is the second largest rice producing country with a share of 22% in the world after China. Okay, for your academic interest, I repeat once again that India is the second largest rice producing country with a share of 22% in the world after China. India has a production of for the year, official figures for the year 2020-21 I am sharing with you. In India has a production of official figures of, for 2020-21 is 124 million tons with average productivity of 2.7 kg per hectare of rice or 4.1 tons per hectare of paddy. Once again, for your academic interest, I repeat it. India has a production of official figures for the year 2020-21 I am sharing with you is 124 million tons with average productivity of 2.7 tons per hectare of rice or 4.1 tons per hectare of paddy. Now, the rice area in the country remained almost same, okay, in the last 7.5 decades. Almost during the independence, how much of the area was under paddy is almost same even after 75 years of our independence. Even then, the rice area in the country remained almost same. 43 to 44 million hectares rice. Usually, please refer to our earlier short videos. That's why I request you to subscribe to our channel, Agrometeorology Farmers and Rural. There also I discussed this point once again in a different form. I am now sharing with you. Rice area in the country remained almost same, 43 to 44 million hectares in the last half decades. That means in the last 75 years. In spite of that, no increase in the area. The India has a production of 124 million tons with the average productivity of 2.7 tons per hectare of rice or 4.1 tons per hectare of paddy. So these are all the bits that I would like to share with you. Thanking you very much for your very patient hearing.